So when you
Eat the bacon.
ding dong
There's bacon and pussy. Everything. Bobby,
Epstein didn't kill himself. What?
what?
I've ascended, ladies.
You're floating.
I
Why are
have,
you floating?
I have the sight. I have that 2020 vision.
Oh, jeez.
Jesus. Hello, everybody. My name is Baba Wawa, and this is the year 2020. I got nothing on that. What? Come on, man. That
I
was
thought
funny.
it was funny, but I also had to sneeze, so I was like doing the.
Okay, fine. This is Becky, and welcome to the Free Rotation Podcast. I am joined by my other host, Bobby Wawa,
I am definitely hungover this morning.
and Angie Wawa.
Yes, hello.
And welcome to 2020. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Did I hurt your
No.
feelings? What were you going to say?
Welcome to the view.
Oh.
Where hindsight is 2020.
Oh, my
Oh.
God.
It's like I want to be Joy Behar. Woo!
Yay,
Be a
go
bitch.
Joy.
Yeah.
And while we are making fun of
I'll be
Barbara
Rosie.
Walters, it has nothing to do with this episode. We're actually Nostradamus today, guys. And we are making our wildest predictions about what we will see this 2020, along with our own personal goals. But I feel like this is a year of renewed things that could happen. That was very eloquent of me. Since it's a new decade, it's a new year. We got some crazy shit that's already happened. We've already had the Pope punch a lady.
She deserved it though. She's
Yeah,
asking
she
for
was
it.
grabbing at him.
Yeah.
And then we also had
Is he grabbing him by the pussy?
that's Trump, who then assassinated a military general. So today we are going to be discussing our craziest theories of what we think we will see this 2020. Bobby, would you like to start with
Well,
your?
no, let's start with personal goals, Becky.
Oh, you want to start with personal goals?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Bobby, why don't you start with your personal goals? Let's
Okay.
get that out there right now.
I've got 5.
Tell us your 5 personal goals for this year.
I want to move up in Delta, aka get a better job.
Ah, yes, I see.
I want to top 8 in SCG Open or Grand Prix.
Probably not with Red Deck wins.
Fuck off. I want to move out of my parents' house.
Okay, good goal, good goal.
I want to see a spirit, spooky boy, or pet a ghost dog.
Okay.
And number 5, which is probably the most important thing, even though it shouldn't be, find a significant other.
Just find love.
Because I've found love before. Just fucking
Found a
Bunch-
significant other that gives you love
exactly.
and not a head.
We fell in love in a hopeless place.
Beautiful.
Last Christmas I gave you my heart. That song makes you fucking cry every damn time. Yeah.
That's very
You
sad.
made me fall.
Which would be your number 1 goal?
Oh fuck. Like logically, it should be better job / move at parents' house, but the heart wants what the heart wants.
The heart.
What the heart wants.
I like it.
can't compare to none.
But you know what? I think those are very attainable goals for you, Bobby. I feel like they're very realistic, very much like my goals. Angie, why don't you tell everybody what your goals are?
Well, I would like to rank up in League of Legends.
Okay.
I had a goal set for Challenger, but I'm just going to shoot for Silver.
You know.
For the naive / ignorant, what's the difference?
Well, you start at Iron.
Okay.
There's Iron, Bronze, Silver, Gold, Plat, Diamond, Master Challenger.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
No, Master Grandmaster Challenger.
No,
Yeah.
see, you put silver down, and that way if you do any better, you've exceeded your goals.
Exactly, and then I can feel like I'm a boss ass
Yeah.
bitch.
You are a boss ass bitch. You're literally
She's-
the boss of the podcast.
She's going to set her threshold low, and then if she achieves higher than that, that's where we're going to look to do.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna aim low and get
Shoot.
there.
And shoot high.
No, I'm just gonna aim low.
Okay.
Shoot for the moon, because if you miss, you'll fall among the stars.
Okay.
Thank you, that guy
I might
who
not
wrote
even make it out of the
Perks of Being a
atmosphere.
Wallflower.
Yeah, no, I remember seeing that in like my reading teachers when I was in 6th grade, like those inspirational
Oh
posters.
yeah, you mean the pre-Instagram pictures where
Yeah.
like people have those inspirational things?
Yeah.
Like the cat posters, like hang in there.
Yeah. What other ones do you have?
Well, let me go check my list real quick.
Actually, I want to rephrase my thing. I want to
Sure,
pet
Bob.
I want to pet a ghost dog first.
Yeah.
Petting a ghost dog seems like it'd be fun,
It would be fun.
especially if
It's
it's a
sweet
happy
puppers.
poopers.
Yeah.
I want to be healthy in every way. I want to be weight healthy. I want to be life work balance healthy. I want to be healthy in that I live my life. I'm going to work to live, not live to work. I want to be healthy in every way, emotionally, mentally, sexually. So, yeah, be healthy in every way. And I would like a promotion at work. I want to attain that. I'm already doing the work. I would like the title.
And that
And,
sweet, sweet pay raise.
That's right. I want to finish any of the 13 books I've started working on and let somebody read it.
Wait, have you started 13 books in 2020 or is it from last year?
They're from years. Like,
Oh,
I keep
fuck.
starting them, and then when they get complicated, I'm like, ooh, on to the next. Like, my mind has a zillion ideas, and I would like to finish one. And I want to treasure hunt.
A
And as we treasure hunt, we might come across that ghost puppers.
yeah. Now, do you know the sexual version of treasure hunting? Do you know what that is?
Is it like digging for boogers, but you're digging for, like, the
Okay,
good
so
spot?
so you dig for boogers.
Oh, God.
Hear me out.
No.
Hear me out.
Nope, that's not.
It's the most wholesome bit. And you put the boogers on your significant other's chest, and then you close your eyes and try to find them and eat 'em.
How is that wholesome, Bobby?
It's the
Nothing
mo-
about that is wholesome.
Oh, I meant wholesome. Wholesome.
Oh,
not
that-
wholesome.
oh,
Did you
wholesome.
get brain damage yesterday? All right. Well, I think I have the most attainable goals out of everybody.
No, I don't think you do.
I think mine are fairly
Okay,
attainable.
let's go, and I'll tell you what's attainable.
I want to become a sea captain.
That's attainable.
Yeah, yeah. And I want to be like a grizzled sea captain. Like,
Like-
I want to have a full-on beard.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be like the guy that and you know what? I think it is attainable. Think about that Tom Hanks movie where the guy just jumps on the boat and he's like, "I'm the captain now." So there you go. I can
Yeah,
do
but
that.
you're not a Somali pirate. You're brown, but you're not
Okay,
that kind
Becky,
of
you
brown.
also got killed, but let's.
Yeah.
Okay, what's
Okay.
your next one?
Make Angie play a first-person shooter with me that she actually likes.
Unattainable. Unattainable.
I think you would like Doom.
Oh, I do like Doom.
Doom's an FPS.
Yeah.
But like a multiplayer.
Oh, there's that Wolfenstein spin-off where you play the daughters of Bulakowicz, whatever his name is.
Mm-hmm.
That's Wolfenstein, whatever. One of them has like superpowers, and the other one,
We'll see.
yeah, it's co-op. It's made for co-op.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still think it's unattainable.
But that's
But she's talking like PUBG, Apex Legends, Fortnite, Overwatch.
I don't
want to
play Fortnite, but I like shooting games, and Angie won't play with me.
Did you
And
just say shooting grams? Yes, you
No, I
did.
said
No,
shooting games.
She said Shooty Grams. It's the new kind of
Oh,
Instagram.
shooting grams.
My bad, my bad.
It's-
Holy crap.
Okay. My next goal is to make a fairy garden with actual fairies.
Yeah. Bobby's ready to go flit around right now.
I kind of want to go fuck a fairy.
I'll flit around.
Can't
I'm as
they
fairy
can
as
shrink
they
you down, right? And you could bone.
So define actual fairies, like a Bogart. Is
I'm
just
talking
walking
about the
around?
ones that are mythological that nobody has ever heard, like seen. or
Like a
se-
Bogart.
Well,
Yeah.
they
People
had
have seen fairies.
yeah, they had those
goblins.
pictures back in the day, right? With those two
Yeah.
little twin girls and their little fairies around.
Yeah.
You can't say that nobody's seen because people.
Well,
have
not
seen
lately.
them.
They had a lot of people haven't seen them. I think I have a book idea where science is destroying the world. So what happens is the fairies take back over. That's a book idea I have, but I want actual fairies.
Like a fern gully.
Yeah, kind of. I want to wear socks more often. I don't wear socks very often.
And I would like to help Becky achieve this one because A, her belly flats stink.
You know they make no-show socks and they're super fucking cheap, right?
Well, and B, I would like, if Becky's wearing socks, it means we're doing something awesome. We're traveling. We're walking around a city. We're climbing mountains where she can fall in a gutter. Like, just
Trip
stuff like
over.
that.
Yeah. Trip over the biggest curb in the world,
Is
a
Beck-
mountain.
Are you one of those people that, like, on long car rides, you take your shoes off and not wearing socks?
No, I never take my shoes off.
Thank
She's
God.
done it like once in the car, and it
Hang your
almost suffocated
yeah.
us.
like,
Whatever, man.
No, she has a thing about people's feet in the window. Becky would never do that.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's so fucking trashy when I see, like,
Yeah.
Yes.
hanging your feet out the window. That's fucking disgusting.
And
I'm
if you ever
sorry.
watched that movie Death Proof, where the car, like,
Yeah.
that really screwed me up. And then my last goal, I don't want to commit a felony. There we go. Those are very achievable goals, in my opinion.
We've already committed a felony.
What?
Cause you so good looking, girl.
Oh! Wow, 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 wow. Air horn. But yeah, those are my goals.
Her air horn. sounds
Hashtag
weird.
goals.
Hashtags. Okay, what are our squad goals then?
Oh, we got squad goals now.
Well, Bobby just hashtagged it. We have to.
I wanna capture a full body apparition on camera.
I want to help Bobby capture a full body apparition on camera, and that doesn't mean you naked, Becky.
No, she's not pale enough to be a full body apparition.
Oh, no,
I
you're
want to
right. She's
summon
the-
the full body apparition
No.
that Bobby can capture that you
Holy
help him with.
fuck! That is a squad goal.
There you go.
Why have you summoned me? Strike a pose.
Hashtag Shelby.
Hashtag no filter.
That's
Hashtag
right.
ghosty.
Because that white filter's going to be already too white for him.
Yep.
Okay.
I think if we ever summoned a ghost and took a picture, this would be its face.
Yep. Oh, it totally be
I like how you, on an audio podcast, you did a face for nobody to
what's
see
that called? What do you all call that when you
Corn dogging.
Corn dogging.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Corn
they
dogging.
corn dog it.
Also, I'm going to stream on camera. I'm doing it.
Can I buy you a camera today and you attempt it soon?
Yes, because I'm going to be healthy in every way, which means accepting myself.
That's right. Body acceptance, people.
I have a big nose.
You do not.
I have big boobs.
Well, yeah, you do.
Yeah, that's a bad thing.
I have tiny hands.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
And my hair's ridiculous.
Your hair's great.
Your hair's great.
But your tiny hands make Becky's penis look a whole lot bigger.
No, that's true. That's true.
That's right. I didn't have grow a penis on this year's list because it hasn't achieved in the last 31 years, so I figured it's not going to happen anytime
you're a
soon.
late bloomer. It's fine.
You haven't hit puberty yet. That's
Okay.
all. You're
All
going to
right.
be fine.
Now
Okay.
for our Nostradamus. Okay, everybody got their tinfoil hat on?
Mine isn't made out of tin foil per se.
I
Don't ask where the dog is.
We are going to now.
Holy
Oh,
no!
my God. Wow. This podcast is a lot darker in the new year.
I'll show you something dark.
No, thank you. Your full body apparition in
No,
the
your
dark.
taint. We'll take
Jesus
pictures.
Christ.
No, he didn't have one of those.
All right, Bobby.
Yes, he did though. He came out of the cave.
He probably was naked.
Okay, Bobby. Hit us with your
Best shot.
yeah.
Hit
As
me
into
with
your
your
like
best-
Mm.
Nostradamus.
All of them at once, or
No, just one at a time. We'll
Oh.
do one at a time.
Mm-hmm.
I like the surprise factor.
the Atlanta Falcons will win the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
But-
yeah, that
Oh
is-
no, it's based on past history.
But
Seriously.
they'll come from behind of a score of 32-8.
Against who?
The Patriots. Okay,
I hope
let me
so.
let me tell you. Oh, okay, so in 1997, this was the Falcons. Like, what do you call that? Stats.
Stats.
Yeah.
So the first 8 games they went 1-7. Last 8 games they went 6-2. They finished 7-9, and in 1998 they went to the Super Bowl.
And lost.
In 2019, first 8 games 1-7. Last 8 games 6-2. Finished 7-9. 2020
Question mark, question mark.
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. Like it's
Okay.
the exact same stats.
And third time's a charm.
Yeah.
True, true, true. I think that's a reasonable
No, I had those stats saved for some reason.
I think that's a reasonable prediction.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Oh, my other ones are fucked.
It's probably
Oh,
more
yeah.
far-fetched than
Yeah.
anything else you
I
have.
know. Anything else
but
you say is probably true, but
Right.
we'll see. Angela, would you like to give us one of yours?
I think Australia is going to become our modern-day Eastern Island.
Okay.
I think the people are going to disappear. And then way in the future, when Australia is rediscovered, they'll wonder what happened to why the people just abandoned everything.
I've got one about Australia, too.
Okay.
You want to go ahead and say it?
Sure.
Yeah.
So, turns out the fires
Mm-hmm.
caused by dragons.
Oh shit! Which is why Easter Island. A lot of people have weird theories about how all that happened. Like dragons were a theory about Easter Island and why
And-
people
Yeah.
disappeared.
And think about it. Australia's got all sorts of fucked up animals. Why can't they have dragons?
Yeah.
Very
Well,
dragons
that
here.
they're like Australia is the home of the Thunderbird
Mm-hmm.
that is as enormous as a dragon.
Oh, God. Once a Thunderbird fucked a dragon.
Oh shit.
Become
Wouldn't
Thunder.
that be Zapdos at that point?
That or Thunder Dragon, which is the name of a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and there's a red card, Thunderball Hellkite.
Yep.
I think that would be actually. I believe.
And Stormbreath Dragon.
Oh shit.
Well, they're saying that
Magic is real.
Australia is pretty much going to burn down the way it's going. So
Well, here's the thing about Australia. It's like 14,000 miles is its burn span.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just going across the country like this. Over 500 million animals have been killed. 500 million animals.
Well,
Yeah.
let's be honest though. Most of those animals, you don't really want to fuck
Probably
with.
rodents and
Also, like
stuff.
like fucking snakes and shit. You don't want to
Like
fuck
the
with
trap
those.
spider.
But what if the
honey
koala becomes where the only living ones are in zoos now?
Oh,
Yeah.
But then we can clone them.
That's the only bad thing about these fires and what's an island type atmosphere is like if we have a huge fire, everything can just start moving west.
Mm-hmm. Or
And-
to Canada, down to
Yeah,
Mexico,
and then down
depending
even
on
farther.
where they live. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get it on a boat to go to New Zealand or anywhere
I'm
else.
on a motherfucking boat.
Yeah.
Also, it's so goddamn humid in Georgia that once the fire starts, it'll go out in like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, and plus like it's gonna rain.
Griping about its hair the whole time. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck, look at my hair.
Yeah.
This is some bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Becky's.
My first theory is a pretty good one. I think this is gonna happen because hindsight is 2020. Malaysian flight MH370 will land in China, and no one knows that they've been missing for 6 years.
Ooh, that'd be spicy.
Okay.
Yeah, that I think it's gonna be a lost episode. They're gonna land somewhere in China, and they're gonna be like, they're just gonna come in. They're gonna be like, oh, we got to point all these guns at him because we don't know what this is. And then it's gonna be the people who went missing for 6
Kind of
years.
like what happened in Florida that time.
Yeah.
When the plane touched down, but they didn't recognize anything, so they just lifted right back off because of all the people on the tarmac.
Yeah, what I'm saying is at some point it's going to happen. I think they went through like a Bermuda Triangle.
Thing.
Yeah, because nobody's found anything. I get that the world is vast, but I mean, they find all of these shipwrecks and shit like that from 1912. Why haven't they found the plane?
I don't know if I'd want to come back because think about it, like 6 years. That's a really long time.
Well, kind
Yeah.
of like in Avengers
Yeah.
when they get snapped back and it's been like 5 years. They're all the same age, but everybody else has grown.
And everyone's moved on and shit. That's gonna
Yeah.
be rough. Fuck that.
Like, think about it. Like 6 years ago, we didn't. What was something that we have now that we didn't have 6 years? Hoverboards.
A real president.
True. Okay. Well, okay, Bobby. Yeah, that's a deep cut. Go ahead.
Speaking of our president, it'll come out that Donald Trump is actually a disciple of Cthulhu, and Epstein was killed because he was going to warn us all.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, that would actually be awesome.
Yeah, because Epstein and stuff like it being like a fucking sex trade and shit.
Yeah.
Virgins to sacrifice to Cthulhu.
Like the media narrative changed. It wasn't actually that he was a pedophile, but that he was like somebody who knew what Trump was. Kind of like in Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay. That is a pretty good one.
Mind you, I came with all these in 5 minutes. I'm pretty proud of myself.
What if all like world leaders are all just people who worship Cthulhu?
Yeah, makes sense.
Like the cult of Cthulhu.
As long as he doesn't wake up as something in my lifetime, I don't give a shit.
That's true. That I always ask Angie whenever we go somewhere. I'm like, what if you just looked out into the horizon and you saw like a Cthulhu-esque figure just
Like
walking?
when we're in Savannah, where it's highly possible that he just.
You probably just blow your brains out right there because it's better than living in that hell.
Or worship him and go insane.
Yeah.
I'd probably choose insanity just because it's Cthulhu and it kind of fits up my alley as a Gemini.
Fair.
Yeah.
To be
Okay.
insane and
Oh, are we? We're gonna bring out our horoscopes and shit.
well, yeah. I was
Sweet,
about to
I'm
talk
down.
about it.
Sweet, go for it.
So in 2020 is the conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn, which most people think the age of Aquarius started like back in 60s and 70s. It didn't. It started this year. More specifically, it's December 21st. The first. It starts on the 21st.
The first.
It'll start on the 21st, and it's when Jupiter and Saturn align. But this time, Pluto is hovering in the background because he aligns with Saturn like pretty early this year.
Ah.
So what happens is the age of Aquarius starts, but the age of Aquarius is the age of the air signs.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that is so interesting about air sign is the sign of change, but like sociostructure.
Mm-hmm.
Intellectual, it's like the age of enlightenment, where you realize, this society is crap. We have to fix this.
Like a revolution almost.
And I was reading that one of Trump's running platforms he's going to focus on is how shitty San Francisco streets are with the homeless. Homeless is going to be a huge running point in the next election. That's just straight up air sign right there.
Yeah.
When we focus on intellect and stuff. But it is extremely interesting that the age of Pisces is ending, which is the age of finger pointing and blame.
Hey.
Well, and acknowledging problems. The air sign, the age of air comes after, and we fix it.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to point out also the age of Pisces is a time of creativity. Just saying.
No, but it's also the age of identifying
Yeah.
and blaming. At the end of Pisces is when you get a lot of wars. And this is true. We've studied the dark side of the zodiac a lot together. Pisces has a lot of wars, and the age of air is the rebuilding.
Those
From
dreamy people, they will fuck you up.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think creative people have started a lot more shit than. It's also important to remember Trump is a Gemini. He's an air sign.
And remember.
So-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No,
Finish.
you go ahead.
Remember, Hitler was an artist.
Hitler was an artist. I mean, this is the truth. Some of our best leaders have been Virgos, because Virgos are like your doers. They're your What is that you're your servants?
Yeah.
So you have like your servant types. Like if you've ever been in church and you hear about, the people who are the servant types, but not like I'm gonna clean your house.
Yeah.
I'm talking about people who serve people.
Actually
Yeah,
serve.
like
yeah.
like a civil servant almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's interesting. Goodbye, Pisces. We're sick of your shits.
Hey, calm your shit. Okay, I'm still here.
Calm your spit.
Speaking of people getting sick of our shit, you notice we've had a lot of volcanoes erupting lately.
Oh God.
I think Yellowstone's going to get sick of our shit and erupt, and we're going to have finally get the
That's a mass
nuclear winter.
extinction event.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're also overdue by like 75,000
Like
years.
Yellowstone should have erupted hypothetically, I think 1,000 years ago was what the last stat I read was. Yellowstone's just sitting there waiting, and it's a mega volcano.
Yep.
It's one of those that if the ash hits the air, it will completely cover up.
Oh no, it's a mass extinction.
Yeah, well,
event.
that's because what will happen is the ash will cover the sun, and anything that needs any sort of sun,
Yep.
they can't survive.
And this
Plants
is when
need
the
it.
reptilians come up and take over because it's perfect for them.
And the gingers, because they don't need the sun.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
That's when we see like the ginger revolution because they really didn't need the sun the entire time.
We've been here the whole You think if that happens, I can still use Tinder?
Yes.
It'd be just called ginger.
Uh,
But there was a Discovery show a few years ago, and I think it was talking about around 2020 to 2027, there would be some major event that would occur because we're so overdue.
bet.
Either it's the comet or the meteor that's going to hit us, or
Well-
it is going to be a mega volcano incident.
And Stockbridge yesterday had an earthquake.
Yep.
Georgia's soil is so rocky for us to feel an earthquake.
Yeah.
It was massive.
And we aren't really
Massive.
on tectonic plates either.
No.
I got an idea. I know what's
That
going
means
to happen.
something somewhere suffered some big shit.
I know
Yeah.
what's going to happen. Fucking the meteor is going to turn to a comet, and the comet's going to hit Yellowstone, and the Yellowstone's going to go
Yeah.
explode. It's going to explode.
We're all dead regardless. I mean, if anything even hits the CDC, we're all dead anyways because we live in Atlanta, and that's how that works.
Come on.
I would
One
rather
time, Daddy.
I would rather be eradicated immediately. I don't want to suffer through any of that. That's my thing. Just take me out, be done with it.
Fair.
I do live in a world where I believe in reincarnation and Zen and all this stuff, so I'll be back sooner or later.
I won't come back as a pupper.
That would be kind of fun.
That would be the
Angie
best.
wants to be a kitty.
Yeah.
Oh, can we be like a Homeward Bound thing where me and Becky are both dogs and you're a kitty?
Yeah. I want to be a
Bet.
Savannah cat too.
Bet.
Meow.
Like a tiny little.
I want to be a
Sweet
Newfie.
thing.
Those things are so big and
Oh,
jewelry.
yeah.
They're so cute. Yep.
And you actually step on me and kill me.
No.
And then I just reincarnate
Exactly.
as like a leopard.
Oh no, that cat from Fairy Tale that has fucking wings. I don't know.
You
its
know
name
what?
is.
If we do have a
Happy.
mega event, we might have
Isn't his name
mutations.
Happy?
Yeah, Happy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's my next one.
Do you ladies want to know how World War III is going to start?
How?
The old boy
Did
band.
it already.
Nope. Country's going to get an argument. Who's the best boy band? NSYNC or Backstreet Boys? That's how it's going to fucking start. I swear to God.
I thought the 90s, that's where we were going to
Nope.
see it.
Nope.
It's going to
It's
be
back.
a resurgence.
Because guess what? Fucking, we're all into that nostalgia shit.
True.
And then you've got the K-pop fans who come up there like, no, it's BTS.
That's really how a world war would begin. So we would fight civilly between our Backstreet Boys and our NSYNC. Meanwhile, K-pop is like already a united.
Pearl Harbor Part 2, baby.
Yeah, there's already a united. J-pop is saying that K-pop is full of crap. K-pop saying they're full of crap. And then One Direction is actually going to be the supreme ruler at the end when he colonizes
Jesus.
everything.
Zayn's
Oh,
kind of hot, so I'm
Jesus.
down.
Okay.
This is like the worst fan. I bet you there's a fan fiction
Oh,
about
There's
this.
bet.
gotta be for
There's
sure.
gotta be some smut out there.
And Bobby wrote it.
No, I only edited it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I understand that.
Yeah.
I've edited a lot of stuff. I was like, what the fuck is this?
You just see like this fucking constant reference to the hair, like, and it's like at the bottom edited by fucking B Young or some bullshit like
Yeah.
that. Oh, we know who that is, that asshole.
Young.
All right, Angela.
Okay. Well, this one is slightly more out there. Like all of my
Yeah,
theories.
we're
No,
all-
really?
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Come
yeah.
on, come on. I want to hear it.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys have ever heard about the enormous creature that was discovered in Antarctica. He doesn't have a name yet. He just has like a scientific designator of like MX282Z.
I'm gonna call him Snowball.
Ooh, I like it.
No, I mean he's enormous. He is white. He has 14 legs. He looks a lot like an octopus, but he has like these enormous like angry eyes.
Aw.
Like
That's
he has big
adorable.
eyes, and when he gets mad, he's like a fucking anime character. He's like, but he paralyzes. That's his thing. He's just full of like this neurotoxin. So he was captured by let's say like Polish people. I don't remember who
Yeah.
initially captured him, but then Russia confiscated him and they secreted him away. And they took him. It took them years to catch him because he was so elusive, and they ended up tricking him. And the picture they have of him, and he's all like tentacly, and his eyes are just these angry little eyes. But I think Russia is going to have developed a new bioweapon with this neurotoxin.
Oh.
Damn it. I say
So like some super like octopus toxin that they can kill us
Right.
with.
And
'Cause-
going on with that, I feel like the reason we're being flooded with puppers have been soldiers for a long time. Puppers and horses have always been in the military. And on police forces, but now they're really being pushed as how awesome and cute they are. That means that's a PR campaign. Some shit's coming down. They're doing something with dogs in the military. I'm calling it. They're either increasing their intelligence to be super soldiers or they're cyborging them. I'm not sure, but there's something happening.
Both those things sound fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I want a pupper that could talk.
Yeah.
Like, you ever seen that comic where it's like, the genie gives you 3 wishes, and I wish my dog could talk, and you give your dog, oh, you get 2 more. You get 2 wishes now.
He's like, I
Aw.
wish
Some wholesome
spiders
shit.
could fly. And
Oh,
he's
fuck
like,
that! No,
He's like, there's
hell.
4 rules. Can't wish for love, you can't wish for death, and can't wish for some more wishes. And the guy's like, I wish spiders could fly. There's 4 rules.
Nope.
I think I would be okay with cyborg. I mean, I guess if they're killing machines, but if they're cute killing machines that protect you,
Yeah.
I'd be down for that.
Okay, you guys were young in the early 90s when this movie came out about a cyber pupper killer dog. And he it's kind of like they're rabid and they know they're being a bad dog, but they can't help it.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah.
It's like Cujo.
It is because Cujo, this is one of my favorite Stephen King books because when he wrote Cujo knew he was being bad. So he's got like the mental dialogue of the dog, and Cujo's so thirsty and he can't quench his thirst and he's got a headache and he feels awful, but he knows he's being a bad dog when he bites and kills people. But he can't stop himself.
Yeah.
So he tries to go away and get away from people, but they keep like sucking him back because they make a lot of noise, which hurts his head, and he's just trying to get the noise to stop. It's pitiful. It's so sad.
Well, then I don't want my dog to be a cyberborg dog if she can't handle being a
Okay,
bad
Riesling
puppers.
can't handle a leaf blowing in the backyard.
I'm about to say this cyborg protective dog. Riesling, the only thing she'd protect herself from is protect herself from everybody else, and she'd want a Starbucks.
A shithead squirrel threw an acorn at us.
What?
I don't have like birdseed in the back, so they keep yelling at me and shit and throwing stuff at us when we walk outside trying to get me to put birdseed out. And so it threw a nut at us, and Riesling like leaped. She probably leaped as high as my shoulder.
Wow.
And was just abandoning me. I was dead.
That's hilarious.
I thought the Mothman was out there one night, and so did she. She was in the house. Before I even turned around, I'm like, hello. Your human is in danger. And she's like, fuck you. Slams the door, locks it.
Jesus.
Well, my next theory is a little out there, but not super out there. It's actually a real thing that could happen. Well, I guess Yellowstone and the Malaysian airline could happen.
Totally.
All of this could happen. Becky, what are you talking about?
I
Yeah.
believe that the Watcher of the Watcher House will be revealed this year.
I don't know what that means.
So the Watcher House, I want to do a whole episode on it. It's so creepy. But basically what the Watcher House is a house in Westfield, New Jersey that was sold in July of last year. Due to its former owners revealing that they had been getting mysterious letters to this home.
I think they had that episode on BuzzFeed
They
Unsolved
did.
about it. Okay,
They
yeah.
did. So basically what happened is they bought this like super expensive house back in 1995 or something. And during the time they lived there and were moving there, this guy would just send letters like threatening them, saying like, this has been the subject of my family for decades and it approaches its 110th birthday. I've been put in charge of watching and waiting for the second coming. My grandfather watched it. My father watched it. And now it is my time. And basically just saying like, all this stuff, like I see that your daughter likes to paint, and seeing her painting on like a porch or something like that. So they got all freaked out. So there has never been an event that they've revealed who this Watcher is. So I think this year is going to be the year.
Ooh.
So it's like this like the house isn't creepy or anything, but they just kept getting these letters about this house.
Is a house like on a vortex of evil or something?
I have no
or
idea.
Maybe like some. Oh, I remember what I was going to say.
What are you going to say?
I think that this will be the year that it is proven that there are time travelers.
Ooh.
Sure.
And the Mandela effect is real. But then we won't remember it. Just like a minute ago, my brain scrambled.
It's the microwaves.
And we might even figure out that we really are in a simulation and not real.
Well, that's depressing.
Can you imagine the mass mayhem if people realize that your life really doesn't matter?
Yeah, I'm
And-
not looking forward to that.
I mean, what are the
I think that's why
consequences?
religion exists. Because
Yeah.
why would, I mean, think about having to convince people that there is something on the other side, so be a good person now.
Fair.
Bibby, what you got?
My last one is, it'll be discovered that my hair is a portal to another dimension.
Oh, shit. I thought I've seen eyes peeking out before. Becky, you mentioned one time.
I have.
you
Maybe
thought
that's
you
where I
saw
find my
something.
fairies in the fairy garden.
That's it. Full circle.
Bobby, I need to make a fairy garden in your hair.
No.
Please?
No one touches my hair except for...
Please.
No one touches my hair except for single women.
Okay, so we
Oh,
need to
this
find a
is
single
nice.
woman who will make his hair into a fairy garden.
Oh, she gotta be good
Did you
looking
say
though.
lick his hair into a fairy garden?
Fix his hair into a fairy
Nope.
garden.
Nope, she's licking his hair. You said
Deal.
it.
That's my kink anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, scandalous.
Saliva.
I have a complete theory now that Bobby's hair is a portal to a fairy garden. Or a fairy dimension.
A fairy's butthole.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. And he's like, hey.
It's like, shove that brush up in here, boy. With the bristles.
Oh god.
And spin it.
Angela?
I think 2020 will see civilians armed and forming militias, and they won't call themselves such, but they'll like attack the government, or we'll attack each other. I think this is the year of the incels.
Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, because
I hope not. They're
you
so
know,
annoying.
in any birth, there's birthing pains, and now that we're birthing a new era, a new age, I feel like to end it, you've got to have something catastrophic that happens that changes people.
Yeah, catalyst.
I mean, yeah,
God
and
damn
I think
it.
to change, we are building to this pivotal point, and
Yeah.
it all revolves around people hating each other.
Ugh.
But something's got to happen. Something, and I think honestly, one of the big things that'll happen is, and I really feel this, and my psychic things are twinging. I think something's gonna happen with Ninja.
Fortnite streamer?
I think he's offended way too many people. He is the biggest toxic incel when you actually listen to how he talks about people and to people, and I think somebody's gonna kerfuffle him.
Him or Milo.
Yeah. And Milonot.
Yeah, whatever his
Yeah.
name is, the gay guy. That's actually just a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think something's gonna.
Do you think I could just sleep through all that? Is that possible? I just take a really long nap.
Yeah. Just wake up
Cryogenic
and be like, "Meh."
freezing.
Oh, I can get more than 5 hours of sleep a night. That'd be heaven. Oh, I love it.
I just feel like he's made himself such a high like entertainment figure. He's been on
Or Brett
Ellen. He had
Bayhart.
his shoes. Yeah. And I feel like something's gonna happen to him. He's
Well, you know, yeah, like I don't want to compare it to like a John Lennon assassination because John Lennon is completely different. But when you have a figure that is held in a certain regard,
It could be PewDiePie. That gets killed off.
Oh,
Because
it
PewDiePie's
could-
pretty, yeah.
it could be PewDiePie. I don't
Yeah.
know if PewDiePie. I don't know.
PewDiePie has aligned himself with some pretty shady ass groups.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
But Ninja would be, I think, more prominent than PewDiePie. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
as much as PewDiePie is kind of like a figurehead for YouTube.
He's hated.
Yeah.
He is equally like revered and hated. I think he's one of those people that you don't really not have an opinion about. You're either like, yeah, that guy is awesome, or that guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Wish he just fucking shut up.
I think that you're going to see a lot more Twitch streamers getting swatted, and you're
yeah.
going to see a lot more I think you're going to see a lot more violence against streamers in general because this is a streamer culture.
And they've become they're entertainment. They're entertainers now.
Yeah.
It's basically like having full access to an actor or actress.
But you can talk to them.
I'm not saying they're on that caliber because they're not. You have like 10,000 people watch you in a 7 billion world. Like,
Yeah.
You're not. Calm down. But you know the people that do watch them. I think if you spend 10 hours a day watching a streamer, you've got a problem in the 1st
I've
place.
barely spent an hour
Mm-hmm.
doing that. I like to watch YouTube videos. Because that's how I fall asleep at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to like watch YouTube videos to catch up with highlights of stuff that's been going on
Yeah.
around things I enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
But the only other time I really watch a streamer is if they're playing like League of Legends.
Even I can't even watch streams because like I want to fast forward through the boring shit. I'm like, oh, they're buying
Yeah.
shit. Fast forward 5 minutes, you know.
Yeah. I think we'll see a rise of entertainment violence, especially with the Rose McGowan and what she said to Iran, and people just hate her.
Yeah.
Hate her so much now. I think that we're gonna see a lot of that.
I don't hate her. Her nose bothers me though.
Mm.
It's like it's looking at me funny.
See, these are the legitimate reasons why you have to like wonder about people. Like, not that she says something crazy, because everybody can say something crazy, but why does her nose look like that?
Plastic surgery.
Asking the important questions,
is.
baby.
I never ask the important questions. I'm the comic relief of the podcast. That's why I'm here.
Asking the important questions now.
Well, I have. How many more do you have?
Oh, I've got a shit ton of.
I'm out.
conspiracy
I did my
theories.
5.
Okay, I have 2 more.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, one of which is kind of similar to what you're talking about. I think the doomsday clock is going to tick.
Oh, well, if it ticks, it's doomsday.
Yeah.
It's already a minute till.
Oh,
No,
is
apparently it's at 2 minutes now. Apparently they ticked it back down.
Why?
I don't know. But it ticked down. It said it was at 2 minutes to midnight.
Oh, okay. Because when Trump was elected, it ticked a full 4 minutes up.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to tick again.
Well, the same thing happened when Nixon was elected too. Because the man's a psychopath.
But that's kind of a legitimate one. Like, I think it's going to happen because right now of what the political tensions we're in right
I totally
now.
feel like the doomsday clock.
Do I need to have my anxiety? I'm start taking my anxiety medicine again? Yay!
But this one, I think, is the most legitimate.
Okay.
The Area 51 fun run was actually a success, but the government turned the narrative and used the people who showed up as human genetic experiments for aliens.
That'd be kind of cool.
They were learning to breed hybrid aliens and humans.
So you
and
get
then they were putting them back out into the population.
Those lucky ducks, they get to fuck aliens and come back outside.
Like the Facebook
Why
group,
didn't I
it
go?
actually wasn't somebody who like just made it up as a joke. It was a government worker.
It did come out of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And they like, oh, this is hilarious. And then a bunch of people showed up, but the picture was like only 40 people showed up. But for something to be such a big event like that and for there to only be 40 people who showed up, I think something else happened. I think they took those people, made them like part of a genetic breeding thing, and then they've released these, like, they're going to release the alien human hybrids back into the population.
If the sex is half as good as the Mass Effect stuff, I'm down.
It's not. If I listened to something about, I don't know what it was. It was like alien.
Something about Amy. Never mind. Go ahead.
I was about to say it was like an alien sex thing, and it was like they're more like cattle breeders for humans.
Oh.
Like they like inject things into people, and then things or they take like extractions from people.
That's not as fun.
So I think that's what happened. You're welcome, internet.
I think we're going to experience a scientific resurgence, and I think that they're going to come out and say, hey, we have definitive proof that Nibiru is real. Because they already have pictures, and people like Becky are still like, oh, that could be anything. Okay.
I'm not laughing at you, Angie. I'm laughing at
There's
Becky's
a blue
reaction.
planet behind the sun, literally pulling everything into its
I
gravitational
told
field.
you,
but
once
okay.
it happens and we're about to die, I will say, yes, you were right. Until that happens, Angie, it is one of the most far-fetched things I have ever
me
heard.
being right or wrong. You get the old cart, whatever they're called, the really ancient ones. The
Nephilim, the
no,
Watchers,
Becky.
the Watchers.
I'm talking about like the hieroglyphics. They were called something before that when it was like I can't think. It's like cart something.
Cartography?
And it shows, yeah. Well, and I think that's map building actually.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It is. Maybe it's a map to Nibiru.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But it shows this blue planet with the wings. We have pictures of it, and Becky's still like, no.
Okay, so if it's like a blue, okay, so it's a blue planet with wings. Well, how about it's like fucking that fairy from Zelda, where it's like, oh, it's so goddamn annoying.
Listen.
Yeah, but the problem is it doesn't know how loud it's being. So like every time I talk, like it fucking eardrums and shit, people's ears just start bleeding.
Okay, here's the thing.
Volcanoes blow.
Here's the thing with a lot of that stuff is, as somebody who lives in this day and age, I have done stuff that I thought this would be hilarious. Like when they had to patch the wall in my room, I put in like this thing that was like they're watching you, like a piece of paper, and threw it in there. So the next time somebody had to open it and they found it, they'd freak the hell out. What if they were just trolls back then?
Well, I don't know how willfully, like, just ignorant of something people choose to be, because we have transmissions from Jupiter in a language. We have pictures and video from satellites of ships going in and out. We captured on video a war in Jupiter's rings.
Okay,
Literal war.
I can get behind that because Jupiter actually exists. And I believe
Okay,
that
but
there's a vast
Becky,
millennia of...
Think about, why did Galileo get killed?
Because he said the Earth was round.
He said
or
that
the
there
sun.
were multiple planets that went around the sun.
Yeah.
He was killed. You're like one of those people who are like, I don't believe it till
I'm
I
not
see
gonna
it.
go
You're false.
I'm not gonna kill anybody about it, but I'm telling you, how
There's
is it?
pictures-
Why are they hiding
there are
it? What is the
pictures-
reason to hide it?
Because people panic.
Then why would they not
People
hide that we're about to
panic.
enter into a black hole where they've been talking about that for years and that there's a
No.
comet that's going to hit us in 2027?
No, they don't say that, Becky.
Stop fighting,
She's
mom and
just
dad. Mom, stop.
I'm not ignorant. I think that there's some things that you take way too far.
Well, there's pictures, there's video, there's sound bites of stuff from the moon and the stations and stuff on the moon, and you just pretend that none of that exists. You could literally look through your telescope
because some
and
of it
see
sounds
satellites.
so far-fetched. I'm just
Of
telling
course
you.
it does. But you know what? How far-fetched does shit sound to people when they were told stuff the first time? Jesus is alive. Okay. There's actually a planet Pluto. Oh, you're fucking you stupid.
I will tell you. As soon as I see it, if it actually, like, one day we will
The
see
military has started releasing its videos of stuff coming up out of the water.
I told you, Angie, I said once it is actually shown and proven that this exists, I will tell you you were right the entire time.
But you have seen it. It has been shown. And you know what? You still deny it.
Because you
you're
see it
one-
on the or like these crazy conspiracy theory websites that have no proof that unless they've made it
They're
up.
called crazy conspiracy websites by people like you.
Okay, Photoshop is a thing.
I get that. And so is the truth and reality. And you're just so focused on seeing things one way that you don't even consider the other.
Because I don't think it's real. Nobody talks about.
Tons of people talk about it.
You don't hear about it in anything mainstream.
Oh, in the mainstream media that gears your mind towards what it wants you to believe?
We have seen video
that's
and satellite,
shocking.
and we can watch video and
That is
satellite from
shocking.
NASA, and there is no evidence of this.
NASA put its satellite feed on a delay because the space station captured something outside of it. An enormous ship came up. They cut the feed and put it on a delay.
I told you before, I will believe it when there's something that legitimizes it. There's nothing that legitimizes it at this
And
point.
I'll be honest, don't say anything to me about the Christians and the Trump supporters ever again because you were just like them.
Because I don't.
You sit with your head in the sand and you're like, until it affects me and I see it personally, I don't give a shit.
I have said that about this thing. I have said I believe in a lot of other things you have said because it makes a lot of sense. I do not understand how nobody, other than these crazy conspiracy theorists who talk about a planet
These
behind
aren't
the sun.
Crazy conspiracy. These are scientists.
Angie,
You
how do
won't
we
even do the research,
Angie,
Becky.
how do we rotate around the sun yet it's hiding behind the sun?
Because it has a much bigger path, Becky. It has a much bigger path. It's enormous. Its gravitational pull doesn't put it right beside us, or we'd crash into it. It has a huge path.
Okay. Let's just agree to disagree at this
It's
point.
like a cat's heart beats so like many beats per minute. Ours beats a lot slower, and an elephant and a whale's beats a lot slower because they're bigger. It's the same thing.
We're just going to agree to disagree at this point. We've had this argument for years at this point. I can get behind you on time travel.
Planet X.
I can get behind your time travelers. I can get behind your aliens. Sometimes I can even get behind Hollow Moon with you, okay? Sometimes. But this is one that I just cannot fathom.
Like, I don't ask you to believe in reptilians.
I can get behind but reptilians.
I don't ask you to believe in any of that. And
that we live in a simulation, I can get behind it. Some of this makes sense.
But the poles are shifting. They are literally not just reversing north-south like they usually do. Like every so many million years, they are shifting. The Navy came out with this thing, and whatever the seagoing thing is, you have to reset and recalibrate your compasses because we've shifted.
A lot of that is also attributed to these mega earthquakes we've been having.
Exactly. What do you think causes that?
Stuff inside of our core. That's what's causing it.
Okay.
The reptilians.
When you dig down and show me a molten core, then I'll believe it.
Okay, Angie.
It is magnetic, and what is drawing that magnet?
Okay.
What's drawing it?
I understand where you're coming from. Like I've said before, we can agree to disagree.
Stuff is being pulled off the sun. There are ships that they... Well, I mean, we don't know it's ships, but it looks like something is filling up from the sun. What are those things that can withstand that heat?
Okay.
Tune in next time to find out.
Yeah.
Actually, we're talking about gang
Because
stalking
we're
next week.
going there.
Actually, we're talking about gang
Wait a
stalking
minute.
next week, so never
Because
mind.
Nibiru is stalking us.
Ooh.
Planet. Oh, and some people may know it as Planet X.
Oh,
Or the unknown planet.
Maybe Nibiru followers are going to gang stalk Becky.
I hope so. Don't kill her or hurt her, but just stalk her.
I
Put like blue Blue planet pictures with wings.
Oh no, like in like fucking like when she gets her food like at restaurants, it's all blue, like different shades of blue.
That's fine.
Blue moon plays blue
And-
moon.
Hey, Neptune is my
there's
planet sign, so
And you know
it's
how
fine.
you get like a
Oh, the
toothpick,
dark planet
like a
makes
little
sense.
flag in like your burgers and stuff, and
Uh-huh.
instead of that, it's keep like a planet with wings with little fucking angry eyebrows and shit. It's like we know, and it's just it's like it's just gonna be the
like a
funniest.
cute
I
little
gotta- I gotta
Japanese
show y'all
anime
the-
thing. That would be adorable.
Yeah.
I gotta show you the picture of that Antarctica creature.
Oh God.
Hey Becky, are we done?
You can find us on Planet Nibiru.
Hey Becky, where can they find us besides Planet Nibiru?
You can't find us there because it doesn't exist. But you can find us on Facebook at The Free Rotation Podcast. You can find us on Twitter at The Free Rotation. You can also find us on YouTube and Twitch at The Free Rotation. We also have an Instagram at The Free Rotation Podcast. And you can check us out at Weeby Geeks. We are affiliates of Weeby Geeks. I lost a breath for a second. Sorry. We are affiliates of Weeby Geeks. You can check out all the great podcasts over there at WeebyGeeksPC.com. And you can also check us out at our website at TheFreeRotation.com. I guess we could post up some of these goals we have up onto the website. Not Nibiru.
You're so mean.
Angie has complete access to the website. She can post all she wants about whatever she wants.
I'm down.
So, yeah. Check us out.
Next
Gang-
week we're talking about gang stalking, and I'm gonna be doing the research later.
Gang stalking.
It's gas. It's interesting stuff.
Let's go.
It's actually terrifying.
Alrighty. Angie, you have anything you want to
I
say?
mean, I didn't even talk about the aliens coming back. And you want to get me for a planet that scientists say, look, there it is. You can see it through your telescope.
Angie, we've talked about the aliens so much.
Not coming back, Bobby.
Well, no,
And the awakenings and
I just literally had to think about genetic experiments being done by aliens and humans.
Becky, you're talking about the aliens that are colluding with the human overlords.
Okay.
I'm talking about
in the podcast, Angie.
I'm talking about the Anunnaki.
Angie, hit the
The
end
ones
button.
who created us
hit
in the first
the end
place.
button.
Nibiru's real.
Free rotation.